Hello, everyone. Janeway here. I just wanted to take a little time to talk about other variants of destruction decks that I have been seeing lately. Um, Most destruction decks that I've seen still have the kind of like the basic staples. So you'll probably see, Deadpool, Wolverine, Sabretooth, Carnage, Venom, Deathlock. Sometimes they'll put in things like X-23 or Killmonger. Um, but one variant in particular that I have been seeing more often occur is adding Wave to the deck. And so what Wave does is makes it so the cost of all cards is 4 or less um, during the turn. So those that cost 5 or 6 or 8, in the case of death, uh, will become a 4 cost card. Now, sometimes people will just leave it at that and play a null or a death, or some other larger card. Every now and then you might see like an Arnim Zola um, being used on a Fed Venom, things like that. Um, but uh, Another technique that people will sometimes do is introduce Galactus into their destruction decks. And so Galactus, if he's placed on a field that uh, the caster is winning, the other two fields and all of the characters on them die off. And so Galactus can very quickly, played right, um, destroy a lot of stuff on the field, making death either really cheap or free, and beefing up null to be at a point where it's very difficult to destroy. I mean, there are counters out there that uh, cause cards or prevents people from uh, increasing their power or what have you. Um, but they don't always run in these decks, and so or in decks in general. So the idea here is um, get a bunch of things down, beef up like your Deadpool, your Wolverine, maybe make Sabretooth free, maybe pop Bucky or X-23 if you have them in there. Um, you'll also sometimes see Iron Buster in here to try to like quick boost something like Deadpool, and also because it doesn't take up a permanent slot if you've doled out Galactus um, already. And so, um, if you got a Deadpool attached to uh, Hulkbuster or something similar, that can speed up the growth of that character. Uh, Occasionally, you might see Galacta as well, with the same kind of point of quickly leveling Deadpool. So when he dies, he doubles into something that becomes a threat quickly. Um, but yeah, the kind of additional main figure in this kind of alternate universe, or alternate kind of deck. I say alternate universe because I don't have it. Is including Galactus uh, to fast feed things like Null and Death. Um, so you'd play Galactus turn 4 ideally, or turn 5. If you have like an X-23 or a Psylocke, um, you can get away with turning it in turn 6 if you play it on a limbo, so there's another turn. But more often than not, it'll probably get played on turn 3 because of wave, um, or because they popped like X-23 or put something down like a Psylocke or what have you. Um, and so the idea to counter this is obviously uh, take as much control of the field as possible. And so rush decks can potentially do that. Move decks could definitely do that if you, especially if you get some like really good opening draws like Iron Fist and Human Torch and what have you. Uh, Discard decks might struggle a little bit against it, but it's possible depending on the exact makeup of this form of Destro and the exact makeup of discard. Um, Thanos won't get its boost if you play a Thanos deck because they'll have you'll only have 4 slots and you can't fill Thanos and 6 stones into 4 slots. Um, but yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're playing. But uh, this form of a Destro deck can be potentially challenging for people to overcome, especially if they don't see Galactus coming. And it's a fair thing to not see Galactus coming because there are so many destruction decks that don't use it, don't have it in the deck, or if they have it on the deck, they decide not to rely on it for that game for various reasons. So if you're able to control the fields, they won't have a place to put Galactus, or if you're lucky like say you're going first, you might end up getting a higher score than the person using Galactus, and then Galactus is just a 6/6, um, or if Wave happened to 4/6, because he has to be played where the caster is winning. Um, I hope this is helpful. I'm going to put out probably a few other videos on some decks that I've seen gaining popularity in my matches. Um, but as always, feel free to comment on the video. I Twitch regularly Monday through Friday, so go ahead and see my schedule with the link below. Um, and again, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon. January out.